What if an entire Warzone lobby were to team up and hunt you down? Could you survive? In this video, me and my two friends try to win a Warzone game with an entire lobby hunting us down. Will we overcome the horde of stream snipers, or will they swarm and overwhelm us? Let's find out. Right off the bat, stream snipers were pushing us from every angle. They were coming up the zip lines, pushing up the stairs, and unbeknownst to us, the skies. While Meister and I were clearing up the stairs, Big Nate went down on the roof. I quickly went up the stairs and then benched Big Nate.
You gotta watch the sky now that we killed.
While I was distracted looking at the beautiful skies of Verdansk, Meister Bait went down in the stairs. Thankfully, Big Nate had won his gulag and came back to defend the building with me.
Holy shit, there's so many!
Groups of them were slowly making their way up to the top of the stairs. With only me and Big Nate still alive, our options were limited. A helicopter came out of nowhere, distracting and damaging me. While I was distracted, the horde took advantage. They pushed out and killed Big Nate. Once again, it was all up to me, the last man standing. My last option was to jump off the roof since they now controlled the whole building. I landed on top of the hospital building, thinking I'm safe. Out of nowhere, a stream sniper zombie starts charging at me and claps my voluptuous booty cheeks.
Fuck! Dude, this guy clapped my cheeks hard, no!
Thankfully, I still had my gulag, so we had a chance to win this. I quickly disposed of my opponent and I was going back into the war zone.
It's not GG's yet. It's not GG's yet, boys. Guys?
I gathered enough money and bought back my better teammate, Meister Bait. Within a few seconds, the stream snipers already found me again. They were on my ass and smashed my head in.
Where do I buy back? Where do I buy back?
Thankfully, my pro teammate Meister Bait got out of there alive and bought me back. I quickly located my loadout drop and started heading towards it. I made sure there's no enemies around so I could safely secure my loadout. I dropped down to get it and I got sniped out of nowhere.
How's he already dead?
Oh, he fucking dropped on himself, bro. I swear.
No way.
The enemy players were taunting me for my mistake and watching me slowly bleed out. This was our first and surely not our last attempt. I wanted to beat the stream sniper horde. We bounced back right into game 2 and Big Nate picked us up in his car. We were back in our old building and had the rooftop secured. The horde of stream snipers were coming up the stairs fast, but me and Meister Bait had it on lockdown. We were not letting anybody through. They didn't even stand a chance against us at the moment. This was a frightening scene to witness. Any floor I would look at, stream sniper zombies were zooming by left and right. It takes them approximately 30 seconds to go up to the rooftop by the stairs and only 5 from the zipline. They started to get smarter with every minute that passed. Their go-to method to reach the rooftop was the turtle technique. It was almost unbeatable. While the turtles were distracting us in the stairs, snakes were falling from the sky. With only me and Big Nate left, it was starting to get pretty hard to defend the rooftop. I thermited the doorway to give me more time to think about a plan of action. I opened up my map to try and look for a nearby buy station so we could buy back Meister Bait. With the buy station now marked, me and Big Nate jumped off and headed towards it. I looked back to see if anybody was falling and there was, a stream sniper zombie right on my ass. I swiftly landed at the bottom of the building and rapidly went up the stairs. Big Nate was already there waiting for me in a helicopter to pick me up. And just in time, we flew off right before they could catch me. We then had to locate where Meister Bait had gone since he won the gulag. Sadly, right when we spotted Meister Bait, he was already swarmed by zombies. Being in the helicopter gave us a lot of time to reflect on what our next move should be. With a bunch of cash in our pockets, we went to a nearby buy station to buy back our beloved teammate. And once again, within seconds, the horde was already here, so we had to hop back in the helicopter and fly away. We stocked back up our ammo supply and prepared for a mass extinction of stream snipers. But once again, we were bested. Meister Bait went down by a rogue stream sniper. I rapidly disposed of the enemy, but it was too late. Meister Bait had already died. It was now time to buy him back once more. We then made our way to Corey onto the rooftops to have high ground over the enemies. The horde of stream sniper zombies were already swarming all of the buildings of Corey, leaving us no way to escape. Luckily, we spotted an ATV hidden in the trees that had been brought by the enemies. We all jumped off the roof and made our way towards the ATV. This was going to be our only way out. I quickly got into the driver's seat and Meister Bait hopped into the front. Big Nate was struggling to hop on and the horde were smacking my ATV. Thankfully, Meister Bait cleared out some of the zombies to give enough time for Big Nate to hop on. We then drove off in search of a new place to set up camp.
Get the fuck out of here!
We decided on the rooftop a stadium since it was still in the zone and the only way up is by zipline. The gulag is now closed, which is good news for us. This means the only way they could come back to life is if a teammate buys them back. Being on top of stadium gave us a perfect bird's eye view of the field in front of us. With the zone soon closing in, we hopped on the ATV and headed for the hills. While passing by the trees, the rats started to come out of their hiding spots. Any turn I would make, there were enemies ahead. I hit one of the zombies and he got stuck in between me and Meister Bait's sweaty bodies. Sadly, I'm one of the worst drivers in Verdansk and crashed the ATV into a bunker. I tried to wiggle my way to safety, but I was too slow.
I'm dead, no!
It was now up to my team to get the victory. Meister Bait was trying to take the coward's way out by befriending the horde.
I'm going to you.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it, guys. I didn't do anything.
But they didn't care. They were still gunning towards him. Big Nate had died, so Meister Bait was the last man standing in our team. I could feel Meister Bait's butt cheeks clench while watching the horde slowly swarm him. He was gunning them down, but had no effect. There was just too many of them. His final option was to jump into the gas to get better positioning on the enemies. The Horde knew what he was doing and they quickly pounced on him.
Oh, there's so many, no!
This was going to be our last chance at defeating the zombie horde. All of our blood, sweat, and tears were going into this final game. We decided to change buildings and try our luck on the rooftop of hospital. We landed and got set up on the roof, and with no seconds wasted, they were already pounding at our doorstep. At the start, their preferred method of attack was by helicopter. They were flying by left and right, sending in helicopters to crash onto us. One of them hit a successful Kobe and downed Big Nate. I now had to pick up Big Nate while Meister Bay was covering me. We can hear the horde slowly coming up the stairs to get us. Time was not on our side. The only way onto the roof were 2 ladders on opposite sides of the building. We had a very fortified front with a good start. I was covering one of the ladders while Meister Bay was covering the other, and Big Nate would always look at the skies. Knowing Big Nate is trash, I also had to cover his position at times. The zombie horde were powerful and relentless, but still no match for my aimball-like aim. After all that gunning down, I had to restock up on ammo, so I dropped a munition box for my team. Out of nowhere, an enemy called in a cluster strike, downing Big Nate. This now left us very vulnerable for an attack. I waited for the cluster strike to finish and rushed over to save Big Nate. As I was picking him up, Meister Bay abandoned us and flew away, lowering our chances of survival even more. Luckily, I revived Big Nate just in time as the door was opening and zombies were pouring in. But when I got on the roof, it was already swarmed. I had to bail and jump off.
Oh my god, run, run, run!
I successfully made it onto the roof and now I had to cover my teammates for their getaway. They were hot on their trail, but luckily I was able to slow them down. I bought them just enough time to escape, but they had abandoned me on top of the roof. With no possible way of escape, I had to make my stand and defend this building. They were dropping from the skies and coming in from the streets and soon would overwhelm me. I was putting up one hell of a fight, gunning them down. But as all pro players do, I fell off and died to their staggering numbers. Thankfully, my team was long gone by now. I had enough money to buy me back. We were on the road again, looking for a new spot to camp out. We decided to go on top of the tall red buildings in Promenade East. We chose this because of the minimal points of entries this building has. With no time wasted, Big Nate goes down once again. These zombie stream snipers are some slippery eels. We were done with their shenanigans and started to rain hell upon them. None of them could survive the barrage of bullets we were sending onto them. They realized they were no match for us, so they decided to call in a precision airstrike to damage us. Meister Bay had gone down, so Big Nate decided to pick him up while I was defending. Out of nowhere, another precision airstrike was called in, downing Meister Bay once more. Things were starting to not look too good for us. Big Nate hopped on top of Meister Bay and picked him up while I defended again. With the zone closing in, we had to escape onto another roof. I then dropped a munition box to prepare us for our final stand. With the final circle closing in, we decided to make our way towards a gas station. We knew that getting on top of that gas station was our best chance at defeating the horde. There was people inside, so we made our way to the back and climbed up the ladder. To our surprise, there was already someone waiting at the top, but we quickly disposed of him. Sadly, Big Nate's chubby cheeks didn't make it up the ladder in time, and he was executed by a zombie. While I was defending the roof, Meister Bay was shot down from out of nowhere. This left me very vulnerable to pick him up since I was now alone. Thankfully, I got him back up just in time and the fight was back on. They were wasting no time in rushing up that ladder to try and kill us. They were getting very close to killing us at times, but me and Meister Bay still had this under control. From beyond the hill, I started to get gunned at and Semtex, which were supposed to be against the rules of engagement. The horde didn't seem to care and started to rush us with no seconds wasted. I was able to easily dispose of one, but the other's turtle formation was too powerful. He smacked me down with his hard shell and finished me.
Oh my god.
Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. A special thanks goes out to my biggest supporters, and make sure to use code CARBON for 10% off your delicious gamer subs orders.